Hi, so welcome to day 3 of our learning curve lesson, day 3 in the year. It's exciting to be back. This is a lot of fun for me, and I hope soon that a lot of you begin to share with us what you would like to share with us too, because just thinking about this sets off all kinds of these new probabilities. You go out and you start looking for horse information and you run into all kinds of really cool things. Well, today when I was looking for what I would talk about today as something that to teach or something that most people don't know, I thought right away about our experience in June 21st, 2009. On June 21st, we have a friend whose name is Orville Looking Horse. He's the keeper of the original pipe of the Lakota Sioux people. He's the 19th generation keeper of the pipe. And every June 21st, he celebrates and prays on sacred sites all over the world. He has been all over the continents in every country. He's planted peace poles in all those places that he goes. And only one place in this country that he's actually prayed and did ceremony was out in his Black Hills, where he's from in South Dakota. So I just decided I would ask him if maybe he would consider coming and doing his sacred June 21st World Peace and Prayer Day here on our farm, as we have these rescued horses. And Orville's special animal medicine is horse. So I was incredibly surprised when he agreed. Orville is a friend of ours. We go back quite a few years. I met Orville while I was working with Harvey Arden. And for many years I worked with Harvey, transcribing and listening and filming and gathering videotaping and such elders from around the world. We created a site where we shared their messages to the world, around the world. So it was amazing work, and we learned a lot about the earth, and we learned a lot about the earth's prophecies. And that's how we came to meet Orville Looking Horse. We published a book with Orville called White Buffalo Teachings. This was a book that Harvey and I put together with friends in Dreamkeepers. Now, these days, it's published by Harvey and his and George Blitch. They have a company called HaveYouThought.com, and I'll provide that on my blog. But if you would like to get Orville's book, White Buffalo Teachings, it's his prophecy for this time and the things that he sees and what his ancestors has told him about. It's really wonderful reading, and it's really really honored words, to have from someone who lives in such a spiritual way, honoring all life. So, White Buffalo Teachings, I'll share this on my blog. So while Orville was here, he told several stories, and he told them during the day, he told them at night, he told them at different random times, which is a lot like all our native elders. They, don't really time these things. They share from their heart when they feel the time is right. Orville sat with us where our rivers join down in the back of our farm. We have a really auspicious place where the Swift and Ware rivers join and become the Quabog. So we decided to hold our ceremony in that place, and it was there that Orville shared a story about a horse story with us that was told to him by his elders and his ancestors. It was really moving, and I cried when I heard it, because on some level I completely understood the message. So his elders told him while he was growing up that back at the turn of the century in the 1900s, a group of tribal elders were wandering, and they'd come across a herd of wild horses. And they heard a man's singing coming out of the center of the herd, and the song was a mournful song, almost like what you would remember as the slave songs, that you know, God help me, this is, you know, woe is me, this time is upon us, this heaviness, but Creator, help us to carry this burden and load. And it was like a song that repeated itself like that, really mournful and sad. And the words that the horse or the man was singing were that we've come to the end. They no longer will want us. They're going to turn their back on us. And when they turn their back on us, we have to be strong and continue to wait for them, to remember who we are for them. And so the elders were like really amazed by this song and this what they were hearing. So one of the elders walked down into the herd and went right into the source where he heard the song coming from, and it was an old horse, an old black horse, singing this song, and again explaining to him that we must wait for the time when we would be back together again. So that was the end of the story, and I was crying because I believe also so much that horses have a real place alongside of us, and not just some of us that are lucky enough to have them, but all of us in our communities alongside of us. They're such amazing animals. Orville also compared them to dolphins. He says that they're dolphins with 4 legs in terms of their sensitivity and their playfulness and intelligence. So I hope that was a new insight for you. That was a sacred story shared by an elder, a very holy elder on our continent, and I'm happy to share it along with you, and hopefully it fills your heart with hope, as it did mine, knowing that we're coming full circle into a new time of coming back into relationship, a right relationship with our 4-legged friends and the environment. So that's my sharing for today. Don't forget White Buffalo Teachings. Check it out. If you support George and Harvey and their publishing company, that they also help support a lot of Native work and help get Native writers published. So it's a good thing. And also you'll be very enlightened by his prophecies. So thank you very much. I'll see you guys tomorrow. And to start submitting, there's a button there. If you have any trouble finding where you're supposed to submit, then please write to me at Pamela@equiculture.org, or just, you know, move around, play around with it a bit. Anna drew a beautiful symbol for me today, so we'll start having our own logo, the learning curve, and we'll get that up tonight. All right, friends, peace and love.